Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to my channel and back to the holiday hoopla. Still need an echo for that. So today I am doing all of the questions that you guys asked me over on my Instagram. So a couple days ago I posted on my stories, like, ask me anything I'm doing, kind of like no holds barred on my channel for holiday hoopla. What do you guys want to know? So I have all of the questions that you guys asked me. Now, I did write the questions on note cards only because I am using my phone to film, and it's kind of hard to look at the questions on Instagram on your phone when you're filming on your phone. So that's why I have them on here. So if you guys want to get to know me a little bit better, get your questions answered, then just keep watching. All right, so I just finished filming my giveaway video. Super excited for that. Can't wait for you guys to see it. Actually, I personally feel like you have some things. I think that's going to go up before this one though. Maybe. I think so. All right, but just finished filming that one. Felt like I was on a roll, so I just jumped into this. So let's start with the questions. So first question is, where do you get your inspiration for the holidays? Honestly, I get my inspiration from Pinterest. Love Pinterest. I also look at certain hashtags on Instagram. So I'll look at like Winter Wonderland, Tiered Tray, all of those. And I also, believe it or not, love to use the Grandin Road and West Elm catalogs for decoration inspiration. I don't always like to spend get their stuff because it's quite pricey. I got a pillow last year, I think, and the retail price was like $80. It's a little nuts for just a pillow, if you ask me, but I love their inspiration because then I go and I can get things that are similar. The next question is, what is the best motivation advice you were ever given when you were struggling that you could pass on to somebody who is struggling now? The number one thing that I was told was give yourself some grace, because you're not a robot, you're human. You can't go 100% of the time. Life is going to happen. Life speed bumps are going to happen. And when we hold ourselves to this impossibly high standard, we're going to set ourselves up to continue to struggle. But if you need to take a day and maybe just lay on the couch in your PJs and do absolutely nothing, that's totally and completely okay, because you're taking care of yourself. So as far as when you're struggling, it kind of depends on what you're struggling with. There were days in grad school where I was just totally and completely burned out. And I actually had a professor say to me, it is okay to let yourself do nothing and to really just focus on yourself for a day. So that's something that I would pass on to somebody, is recognizing when you're at that burnout point and giving yourself the permission to take a day off if you need it. Everything will still be there the next day when you go back, and it's totally and completely okay to take a couple hours, even a day, to yourself. Next question is, what YouTubers do you follow and why? So I follow a couple of them. The one that I honestly watch the most often is Angie Belmar. Absolute inspiration. She is just, she's got her stuff together and I love it, and I aspire to be that put together someday. I also love to watch Jaclyn Hill. I've been a follower of her since probably 2013, 2014, so a while now, just with a lot of makeup inspiration and stuff. I also like to follow two British accounts. One is called This Natasha. She is phenomenal. She does a lot of Disney vlogs and stuff. The other one I like to follow is L&R Dreaming, Luke and Rich. They are just, they're so relaxing to watch. They do a lot of Disney trips too, but like their vlogmases are just, they're fun. I actually will not watch them for a week, take a couple hours and just binge. Also like to watch, I'm trying to think, the Tim Tracker is another favorite, and of course Disney Food Blog. I don't watch a ton of other, like I'll watch other YouTubers here and there, but those are probably my top like 5 or 6 that I always have subscribed to and just I always check out. Next question is my favorite Disney restaurant. California Girl, hands down. only because we do all of our celebrations there. So Greg and I went on our honeymoon a couple years ago. We did 3 days at Disney before we went to the Caribbean. First night there was dinner at California Girl, celebrated our honeymoon. We have gone to California Girl when we've done birthday trips, celebration trips, all of those. So for us, California Girl really is that celebration restaurant, and we go there almost every single trip. The next question is, what is your number one productivity hack to get things done? Break it down. So say, for example, you need to clean your house. I've always broken it down into little things. Okay, get the dusting done, get the vacuuming done, get the kitchen done. If you try to look at something as a big, giant task, it becomes overwhelming and then you almost shut down. But when you take something big like cleaning the house and you break it down into the smaller tasks, you will actually keep your productivity and your motivation going, because as you accomplish things, your list is getting shorter and shorter. So I do that with housework. I do that whenever I have to do therapy notes. Sometimes I look and I'm just like, why didn't I do any yesterday? And I have the whole day to do today. What I'll do is I break it down note by note. I don't look at it as a whole. So breaking it down and then tackling it little by little will make you be more productive and you'll feel motivated to do it. Next question, will we ever see Greg? You talk about him a lot. Yes, I do talk about him quite a bit, actually. I am hoping that someday he'll be on camera. He is naturally very private. He doesn't really like to, put himself out there. I don't even think he has social media. I think he had a Facebook at one point in time and hasn't been on it in like 4 years. So he's just naturally very private, camera shy, more behind the scenes stuff. You do see him here and there whenever I do my videos, as he might walk through the background or something. But to be perfectly honest, I think it's going to take like 1,000 subscribers for him to be willing to ever be on camera, which is fine. I respect that. And when I started my videos, I even said to him, like, am I okay to talk about you? Can I say your name? All of those things. And got his okay for that, because again, he's very private and I try to respect that as much as I can. Next question is, what is your favorite thing about Christmas? Favorite thing is the matching jammies. The rule in my family is you get to open one Christmas present on Christmas Eve and the rest go until Christmas Day. And so our one present is our jammies. We never know what's getting picked. My mom always picks them out and surprises us with them. And then we wear them Christmas night, we wear them Christmas morning, and we take a family photo Christmas morning with them. And it's just my favorite thing because it is that family. It is, the togetherness and just that holiday vibe. Next question is, what do you do for a living? I feel like that's kind of a loaded question. So I am a full-time mental health therapist with a specialty and certification in trauma and PTSD. So I do that Monday through Thursday, all day. I only work 4 days a week, which is pretty darn nice. But then on the side, I am a Beachbody coach. So I really focus on wellness and lifestyle health and all of that. So if you ever see me talking about either of those things, that's what I do. So full-time therapist, part-time coach. Regardless, my whole life is a focus on mental, physical, and emotional wellness. Next question is, I saw your live. Well, thank you first off. What is an Emerald coach? So I did a live a couple days ago with my friend Letitia. It is posted on both of our Instagrams, and we talked about a lot of health and wellness, and we both said that we're Emerald coaches. So what that means is we are coaches for Beachbody, and we have a couple people underneath of us that we have helped. And that's all that means. I know it's like you hear these terms and it's kind of like, what the heck does that mean? That's all that means, that there's a couple people under us that we've worked with and have helped with, and that's what we do. So we are starting our Job 1 challenge. They call it a challenge group. I call it a wellness group or accountability group, but it is the newest program that just launched. It's 20 minutes, 5 days a week for 4 weeks. It's amazing. It kicks your butt and it's phenomenal. So what I do is I really focus on helping people become the best versions of themselves. So if that's something that you are interested in, I have my info down below. You can just fill out the form and I will be in touch. What comes with it is you get access to the community of support, you get access to the program, you get one-on-one access to me for things, and we just build your goals and make your life the best that it can be. So the next question is, what are your favorite stores for decor and inspiration? Like I said, for inspiration, I absolutely love Grandin Road and West Elm. I think their prices are a little outrageous, but I like them for the inspiration. Once I get that, I go to like Home Goods, At Home, Target, Michael's, and some Amazon. Those are some of my favorite places to find the things. And really, that's kind of my places that I go. I don't really do anything crazy or wild, but just the usual, you know, At Home, Home Goods, Target, and Michael's are really my go-tos. I did use Amazon this year, but you can't always count on Amazon because it can be sometimes weird at times. Next question is, how do you stay on track with things? I'm a huge list maker. So I showed you guys my planners. I plan a lot. I make lists for myself. That's how I keep track, even with things like my workouts, because there are days I just don't want to get up and work out, but I have a calendar and a tracker that I use for that. I know if that doesn't work for some people, and that's okay. Some people like to put things in their phones, some people don't. I need to actually write it down. One of my learning styles is doing. So when I write it down and I actually, do the act of writing, I'm able to remember it a lot better. So, but that's how I stay on track. I hold myself accountable. As far as my health and my fitness, I have my accountability group and my wellness group that they will call me out if I don't check in and do all of the things. So having the accountability, but also actually visually having a reminder for myself, that's how I stay on track and how I can keep going on things. What is the best advice that you wish you were told by 21? Go easy on yourself. Honestly, because whenever you're 21, you sometimes feel like it's you against the world. You feel like you need to achieve all these things and accomplish all of these things. And if you don't, there's something wrong with you. For example, I did college, went straight to grad school for therapy, graduated when I was 25. I didn't meet Greg until I was 26 and got married at 29. And that was kind of hard sometimes because whenever I got out of college, a lot of my friends were getting married, having kids, and I was still in grad school. And it's, there's this meme, I don't know if you have seen it floating around the internet, where it's like, all my friends, hey, look, here's my new baby. And me, hey, look, here's my cat. That was me. I really, truly felt like that was me at times. And I wish I had known whenever I was in my early 20s, just go easy on yourself. Life happens for you in the order that it needs to, and that's okay. Things don't have a timeline. Life is not a linear X, Y, and Z type thing. Different things will happen at different rates and different times for people, and that's normal for them. That's healthy for them. To be perfectly honest, I wasn't even ready to get married before I was 29, 28 even. We got engaged when I was 28, got married when I was 29. I was ready for it at that point. I wouldn't have been ready at 25, 26. So life happens at different rates, so go easy on yourself and give yourself that break. Next question is, what are your favorite phone apps? So I'm guessing that question is meaning other than the usual. I absolutely love my sleep cycle app. I talked to you guys about it in one of my life hack videos. Love my sleep cycle app. It has changed my sleep for the better. It's helped me get better sleep, feeling more rested. I absolutely love my fitness tracking app. It helps me stay on track, helps me connect with my community. It sounds kind of silly, but I love my Sudoku app. I am a huge fan of doing little things to keep your brain active. So I do Sudoku every single day. Maybe it's 1 or 2 puzzles. My favorite game on my phone is my Disney Magic Kingdoms app. I'm building my kingdom and I am doing all of the things. And then I'm trying to think of the non-typical type of apps. I think that's like kind of all of them. I mean, because I use ones like Lightroom for editing. I have like obviously Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I have all the shopping apps. Oh, one app I absolutely love. It's called Shop, and I'll try to insert it in one of these, but you connect it with your email inbox, and whenever you have a package or you have an order, it'll pull the tracking number and you can actually track it through the same app. So, and it will also link to your Amazon app if you have it as well. Whenever I bought all of Greg's Christmas presents, I was able to track everything in one page instead of trying to go through all of your emails. So that app is actually pretty darn amazing. I think it used to be called something else, but now it's called the Shop. It's just called like Shop. But like I said, I'll link it for you guys. The other app that I absolutely am loving is called the Fetch Rewards app. So what you do with that is whenever you go grocery shopping or you go to Target or like Costco, Sam's Club, you take a picture of your receipt and then it gives you 25 points. But then if there's anything on the receipt that's like one of their like signature items, so they do things like Doritos and milk and eggs, like they do random things, you'll get bonus points. What happens is once you hit 10,000 points, you can then trade in the points for gift cards. So I love buying packs for my Disney Magic Kingdoms game. What I have done is the Fetch Rewards app I use, and I get iTunes gift cards, and then I'm able to do without having to spend a ton of money on my game. So absolutely love that. It is so useful and so helpful. But those are kind of like the big ones that really stick out, other than the typical ones that everybody has. Next question is, any trips planned for 2022? A lot. So we have plans in May. We're going to Disney World for the 50th. I'm an annual pass holder. We try to go 1 to 2 times a year, and it's a good place for us. It's a fun place. For me, it's kind of my happy place, because since I do so much difficult work at times with therapy, because people don't go to therapy when they're well, people go to therapy when they're struggling. Sometimes it can just weigh on me because I worry about my clients, I care about them, and at Disney World I'm able to kind of push it all to the side and just focus on me and Greg and enjoying myself. So Disney is a very big self-care place for myself, so we go all the time. We also have plans that we're going up to Pittsburgh in August for a concert. The joke is actually that we're calling it our East Coast Whirlwind Tour, because the concert's on a Friday. So we're flying up from from Houston to Pittsburgh for a Friday concert. And then we're flying from Pittsburgh to Orlando to go on a cruise. So it's our Whirlwind East Coast Tour, because in one weekend we're going to hit 3 states and fly halfway around the country, basically. Other than that, we'll probably go up to Pittsburgh next year for Christmas, and there's like a couple little scattered like staycation trips that we are thinking about doing. I think we might go back to Margaritaville for Thanksgiving, but those are the 2 big major vacations that we have planned. Super excited. What is your favorite and least favorite Disney movies? All-time favorite, as in like I could watch it over and over again, is the Aristocats. Absolutely love it. I have a thing for Marie. I think it's because I'm a cat mom that I love Marie and all things kitties. So I love that. And then least favorite, believe it or not, it's a tie between Bambi and The Fox and the Hound. Mostly because I cry like a baby at both of those movies. And they don't necessarily work out for the better like you expect a Disney movie to do. So I would say those are my least favorite. Those are the ones that I basically refuse to watch completely. Next question is, do you ever struggle to get out of bed and get motivated? Yeah, I'm a human. Of course I do. There are days, so Muffin and I have this routine where every morning Muffin snuggles up next to me when Greg gets out of bed, because he gets up a couple hours before I do. And there are days I just want to stay and snuggle with Muffin and just curl up with her for the day. A lot of times it is because I have things I have to do, but it's also because I do have a set routine for myself every morning. So like I get up, I get my workout in, I get breakfast going for myself, get shakes for Greg and I because most of the time I prefer a protein shake instead of actual breakfast. And then I get a shower and get ready for work. And one of the things that I have noticed is if I don't do my routine, I don't feel good for the day. Like I feel like either something is missing, I don't feel 100%, something is off. And it's very important for me to make sure that I'm doing that. So on those days where I just want to stay in bed and I don't want to get out and I don't want to do anything, I remind myself of like, look, you're going to feel like crap if you don't get up and do your routine. When you do your routine, you feel good, you feel ready for the day, you feel energized for the day. So on those days that I struggle, I just remind myself of that if I let myself stay in bed, I'm going to feel like crap. The next question is, what makes you smile the most? Looking at my wedding pictures, to be perfectly honest. I was lucky enough to be able to have my dream wedding on the beach, and there is this one picture or actually there's two pictures. There's one of Greg and I actually dancing on the beach in the sand, and I love it. And then there's another one of us splashing in the water, and those just always bring a smile to my face because that was just such an amazing day and such good memories. We got married in the morning, didn't really do anything afterwards, and then actually went back and took a nap. So I don't know how many brides can say they took a nap at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on their wedding day, but I did. And just got married on the Gulf Coast in Florida with white sand and teal water and blue skies, and it was just a dream come true for me. I really truly felt like a princess on that day, but I got to marry my best friend. Next question is, what are your goals for 2022? There's a couple of them. So biggest thing for 2022 is I want to get 110% settled in Texas. And if you've ever done any major move before, like cross state or sometimes I think even like down the road, you know that it takes a lot of time to get settled. And there's still boxes that we haven't unpacked. There's still things that we're like, not sure if we like where that is. So one of my biggest goals for 2022 is to like get the house fully in 110% settled, set up. Anything that we're missing, we'll get it. Like we don't have outdoor furniture yet for our backyard. Want to get that. We have Chase Lounge, but we want a like dining table and stuff. But get everything and just feel settled. I know it takes time, and that's okay. I've given myself the time for it, but 22, my goal is to get it done. Another goal is to keep building my therapy career and growing that. And also I want to build my coaching side business and just keep helping people reach their best and reach their peaks and, just change lives in any way I possibly can for the better. Next question, we're down to 2. So next question is, what is the best Disney park and your must-do ride? Favorite Disney park, hands down, is Magic Kingdom. It's for me the nostalgia and looking back at my childhood. Must-do ride is Haunted Mansion. Huge Haunted Mansion fan. I even have like the watch band for my Apple Watch. I've got a whole floating shelf full of every single Haunted Mansion Funko Pop. Anytime, it is not a Disney trip if I don't do Haunted Mansion, basically. That's kind of just the general guideline that we go by when we go on our Disney trips, is it's not a Disney trip if I don't do Haunted Mansion. So Haunted Mansion, must do every trip. And then finally, last question is, how do I deal with stress? Some days I don't. I'll admit I'm human. There are some days I don't deal with stress very well. One of the biggest things with dealing with stress is knowing your point and knowing you're breaking, like knowing that point where you are stressed and then knowing that point of no return, so to speak. So recognizing, number one, how I deal with it is I recognize when I'm getting to that point. And a lot of times what happens for me is my mind races. I can't really think straight. I might get irritable. And that's when I know like I'm getting there and I need to take a chill pill. If I don't handle my stress, it turns into anxiety, and then it can ruin a whole day for me, which I try not to let it. So having distinct self-care things that I do is vital to managing stress, and is vital for anyone managing stress. So for me, I will talk to Greg about things. He is very good at asking me if I need help fixing it or if I just need somebody to listen to me vent. I also will take a bubble bath and do face mask and candle and whole 9 yards. And what that does for me is it helps me focus on myself and focus on kind of bringing my body back down, because when we deal with stress, it's physical as well as emotional and mental. So when we get stressed, we kind of start to come up to here. And what those things do is they physically help me come back down and help me relax. Another thing that I do is I leave work at work. I had to learn to do that. It wasn't an immediate thing that I did. When I was first in my career, I would work like 7 days a week. Got burned out really fast, and it's just not healthy. So that is part of why, I do therapy 4 days a week. I don't work Fridays, Saturday, or Sunday. I intentionally plan things and do things to take time for myself. And that's really how I deal with all of my stress. I know what my limits are. I have skills and things that I do to help manage it. And then I also put that boundary up so that I know that it won't creep over and bleed over any more than it already does. I mean, it's sometimes hard to leave work at work, not gonna lie. But having the schedule that I do helps with it, and that's how I manage it. So of all of these questions, what is one, pick one and answer it for me down below. That's the challenge for today. Let me know if there's any other questions. If you guys liked this whole Ask Me Anything type vibe or just chit-chatting, let me know. I'd be happy to do more of these. You guys just got to keep asking questions. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next hoopla. And I hope you guys are staying warm if you're up north. We're going to be heading up north here in a few days to head to Pittsburgh to visit family. I'm not looking forward to the cold, but I can't wait to see my family. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Stay warm, grab some cocoa, and enjoy. Bye, guys.